Ladies and gentlemen, is your favorite white colonizer. Read the shirt and weep, ladies and gentlemen. The merch is in the description. We just did a brand new merch launch on thetravelingcloud.com. We got the Pro Pally Meme Show. It's like PewDiePie's show, but more political. I'm your favorite Zionist, Prince Zionizer, white colonizer. Let's get into all the fucking craziness. This is coming from Tommy Robinson. Starmer's regime send what appear to be Sharia police to threaten a home. Oh my God.
Okay.
What is happening in the UK? What is happening? Let's take a look at this clip.
What was it? Sorry. Okay, what was it?
Sorry, I don't like the camera. You can have my body cam. I can exhibit that to you. I just don't like the camera, really.
Okay, well, I'm doing this because this is my own house and I am telling you why I'm doing it. So I just need to know why.
Just imagine the audacity real quick of a lady covered in a hijab, a Muslim lady who already we know Muslims do have an issue with cameras. It's just, this isn't to make a discriminatory statement. It's just the truth. Coming to your house and telling you, no, you can't film. You're coming to my property. What do you mean you don't like the camera? I don't give a fuck. You're coming to my house.
Okay, what was it?
Sorry, I don't like the camera. You can have my body cam. I can exhibit that to you. I just don't like the camera, really.
Okay, well, I'm doing this because this is my own house and I am telling you why I'm doing it. So I just need to know why would she's basically viewed a post which is not an arrestable offence.
Yeah.
Okay.
It happened in May and you're completely fine. The only thing is we need to seize the phone at this current moment. The phone needs to get seized from us, otherwise we will escalate this further. So,
but with a voluntary interview.
So have you seized anyone else? Is she the only child you're picking on?
Voluntary interview, you'd be able to come.
Have you spoken to anyone else? No, we'll come to the station now.
Do you mind letting her finish her sentence before?
Yeah.
It does have to get further escalation, unfortunately.
That's fine. We'll come to the station now.
The phone isn't seized right now, and we're not able to basically get the phone. We'd have to escalate this further, which means your daughter will get arrested.
For what? Viewing a social media post? Is that
I need to go with her in order to?
No, absolutely not.
What should we do to prevent destruction of evidence?
I'm sorry.
Lisa.
That's fine. I would like you to leave now. I'd like you to leave.
This is why you're
okay, I have nothing more to say to you. A social media post. I've got nothing more to say. I'd like you to leave. You've harassed this child enough. I'd like you to leave.
Lisa, that's no word.
What the fuck? Now listen, this clip is cut to all shit, so I don't know what the fuck is happening. It's impossible for me to tell what is actually going on. I don't want to make an assessment. I don't know what the kid saw. I don't know what it posted. But if it's true that they just arrested and seized the phone of somebody who saw a post, I agree with the statement. Deport. I agree with that statement. Outright deport. If that's true. But I don't know because the clip doesn't have full context. I have seen that clip, though, before, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. All right, here we got 3 retards on camera. Let's take a look at this clip. Incomprehensibly retarded video by Bassem Youssef with 200,000 likes on Instagram. When a Jew, a Muslim, and a Christian are having a great time and someone behind us mentions how much they love Israel. First of all, the curly-headed guy, not a Christian. He's not. Jacob Berger has lost all form of Judaism. He's not, there's nothing Jewish about him. And Bassem Youssef is, I guess he's as Muslim as a Muslim gets. It's good to see that Nazis get together, you know? It's really good to see that Nazis do get together. And yes, I will use the word Nazi as much as I like. If people are going to use the word Nazi on me, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, I will use the word Nazi on all 3 of those retards. Absolutely. Okay, we've got a next meme here. And I forgot to clap sometimes. Sometimes I forget to clap, right? I forget sometimes. My bad. Incoherent word salad response. I think I may have seen this clip before, and it's very funny. Let's see.
Many New Yorkers agree with...
If you don't know who this is, it's Zoran Mamdouki, the Islamist mayor, future mayor of New York City, which I have a feeling is not going to win.
Many New Yorkers agree with you when they hear you condemning the war in Gaza and you talk about this and on a day when everybody is weighing in this mayor's race on the Prime Minister Netanyahu's remarks this morning. Some New Yorkers say that they don't hear you as often condemn Hamas or talk about bringing the hostages home. So today, do you agree with Mr. Netanyahu's statement that Hamas is a terror organization that needs to be destroyed? And if you could speak the way he did on loudspeakers today to the 20 living hostages, what would your message be?
I am not going to echo the words of Benjamin Netanyahu. I can, however, share my own words and say them right here, which is that my politics is built on a universality, and I can think of no better illustration of that than from the words of the hostage families themselves. Everyone for everyone. It is something that they have said for months. It is something that they have called for in not only understanding that those hostages must be released, but that this is intertwined with the end of this genocide. And there are so many of us who have called for ceasefires precisely because the greatest moment of relief, whether it be in the release of hostages or the ending of the Israeli military's killing of Palestinians, is in those very moments of the cessation of hostilities, of that ceasefire. And so when we call for this, it is a call for hostages and Palestinians alike and understanding their dignity. And what has been so infuriating to me and to so many New Yorkers, frankly, is Benjamin Netanyahu's use of the hostages as a justification to continue a war that has only continued to endanger the lives of those very hostages as well as of so many Palestinians. And to have a mayor who went to the United Nations to watch his address and then thank Benjamin Netanyahu for defending the Western world and our way of life. Those are the words that Eric Adams shared. I can't even begin to explain the offense that that brings to New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs. How can we describe the killing of a child once an hour, every hour for close to 2 years as a defense of our way of life? That is not a way of life that any of us practice in this city. What we want in this city is dignity for all. And the hostage families have given us an understanding of how to showcase that. And I have appreciated the moments, especially also ones that I have shared with Controller Lander, where we have mourned the deaths of Israelis and Palestinians alike and understood that there is no competition for humanity. There is only a struggle to ensure that it is extended to all people.
You ready? Deport, deport, deport. Deport, deport, deport. I look like him. I'm allowed to say it, according to DEI. I look exactly like him. I can say it. He could be my cousin. Deport him. He doesn't need to be in America anymore. Just deport him. It'll make your life easier. It'll make Uganda's life easier. Send him back to Uganda. Let him do his shtick in Uganda. It's not worth it, America. I am telling you. He looks like me. Let me speak on his behalf. We look the same. Deport. Get him out of America. Send him home. Send him home. Send him back to Uganda. He doesn't need to be in America any longer. What I will say, he's done a hell of a training. Whoever trained him, god damn, they trained him well. They trained him well on giving one hell of a right in the fucking middle. Let me not say anything, but make it sound like I just said something. They did a good fucking job. They did a good song. But this is a danger with speeches like this, right? Because for the average New Yorker who's like just brain dead, who is voting for this guy, and I'm not saying the average New Yorker is brain dead. I'm saying for the average brain dead New Yorker, who is a lot of the voting base in New York, they're going to watch this speech and just equivocate Hamas to Israel. That's the whole goal of that speech. It takes Hamas and it puts it on an equal stance to Israel, to the IDF. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what it accomplishes. So great job on his end. I really have to say, great job. Breaking, it's being reported that American Christians are forced to hear the Islamic prayer 5 times a day from over 20 mosques in Dearborn. Hi, America. Illallah Muhammad Rasul Allah. Allahu Akbar. I have to hear. I memorized it by heart already. I know the muazzin. I know it because I live here in Israel, where I have one on every corner of my street. I don't have a problem with it. I like it here, but it shouldn't be in America. You know, could it be a little bit less loud at 4 a.m, 5 a.m? Yeah, but we have an equal city or an equal country where people get to practice their religion, so I can't complain about it. It is what it is. Don't bring that to Dearborn. You don't want that in Dearborn. I'm telling you don't want it. I'm telling you don't want it. If that starts showing up in Miami, you don't want it. I'm telling you don't want it. As somebody who lives with it, and again, I like it. I enjoy it. It makes me feel like I'm in the Middle East more. I don't mind it. I could go without it at 4 a.m, but I'm telling you, America, you gotta shape up, baby. You gotta shape up. All right, so this is coming from Middle East 24. If you don't know what Middle East 24 is, if you have not followed them yet, please do give them a follow right now on Twitter. They are an incredible new startup news station that is going to combat all the bullshit of Al Jazeera. I know the owners personally. Incredible people, and they are giving us this clip from the German chancellor, who was asked by a Spanish reporter why Germany doesn't recognize the genocide, and this guy clapped back pretty well. But again, go follow Middle East 24 and let them know that Clat sent you. They're on every platform, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Go give them a like and a follow. They're really good.
¿Por qué España habla de genocidio en Gaza y Alemania no?
Wir sehen vor allem das unermessliche Leid der Zivilbevölkerung im Gazastreifen. Wir teilen die Einschätzung, dass dies unverhältnismäßig ist im Hinblick auf die zu Recht von der israelischen Regierung erwarteten Ziele. Und ich will es noch einmal sagen, dieser Krieg endet sofort, wenn die Hamas die Geiseln freilässt und die Waffen schweigen lässt. Die Hamas hat es in der Hand, innerhalb von Stunden diesen Konflikt zu beenden. Trotzdem sehen wir die eingesetzten Mittel als kritisch an. Wir teilen die Einschätzung der israelischen Regierung nicht, dass sie auf diesem Weg das Ziel erreichen kann, nämlich die Hamas auf Dauer zu beseitigen. Insofern teilen wir die Kritik im Vorgehen. Wir teilen nicht miteinander die Beschreibung dieses Vorgehens als einen Völkermord. Wir bemühen uns gemeinsam in der Europäischen Union und jedes Mitgliedsland in der Europäischen Union einzuwirken auf die israelische Regierung. Und Sie wissen vermutlich, dass ich bereits vor 5 Wochen die Entscheidung getroffen habe, dass aus der Bundesrepublik Deutschland Waffen und Munition, die in diesem Teil des Konfliktes eingesetzt werden können, nicht mehr geliefert werden.
Okay, I mean, I don't know. The last sentence kind of makes you a pussy-ass bitch, but I mean, I don't want to say this so then Germany can't flip on us in the future and then somebody will be like, see, I told you. But I don't want to say this outright, but could we trust Germany on the assessment of genocide? Like, is that possible? Can we? For the people who are saying they know genocide pretty well. They know it. They're professionals at it. I'm not saying all the Germans. I'm just saying they know. Could we trust them on the definition? Man, listen, I'm coming to you as somebody who really studied what's going on in Gaza today. I'm looking at the numbers. I'm seeing what's going on there. Any assessment of this in any way, shape, or form as a genocide is it's bullshit-achen. It's horseshit. It's fizzy-bubblach. It's not... You could not in any way, shape, or form in good conscience call this a genocide. It's just not possible. I'm sorry. I was just in Armenia. I went to the Genocide Museum there. I've been to Yad Vashem a million times. I've seen every Holocaust museum. I've studied this outright. At the worst, you could say Israel's being careless. At the worst. But even then, you cannot explain the text messages and the leaflets that keep being dropped today. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. You have to be semi-retarded or full retard to assess it as a genocide. You really do. Coming to you as a brown Arab Jew. Does that qualify me? I can say it, right? I technically have every right to go live in Gaza and replace a Palestinian. I'm the same. We're all Arabs, right? Right? Aren't we all Arabs? Aren't I just an Arab Jew? I could just go swap out with a Palestinian right now in Gaza. Nothing would happen, right? I make you contend with tough questions. You gotta answer those questions. All right, this is coming from a good friend of mine, Corey Gilschuster, who I haven't seen in months. Last time you guys really followed what I said, but if you don't follow him already, the Ask Project on YouTube, go subscribe right now. He's incredible, and let him know the Clat sends you, and let him know I love him, because he's a great guy. Corey Gil-Schuster, the Ask Project. Great guy. He does the best work in the world for Israel, and I don't even think he means it as such. He literally just goes asks Israelis and Palestinians questions all over the region. Let's go see what he...
Also, what they're saying is they recognize Palestine in the 67 borders, meaning West Bank and Gaza, and they would live in peace. You have to have a peace agreement with Israel.
Yeah, but at the same time...
Would you accept that? That's the...
no, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because I don't want to live in peace with Palestine, with Israel, I mean. I want to live in peace alone, like as Palestine.
Well, you'd be Palestine, you'd just be next to Israel, like you're next to Jordan.
No, that's not the same thing. Like, we're Palestine, there's no Israel.
They're recognizing Palestine in the 67 borders, that Israel and Palestine will live together in peace.
ولكن الاعتراف هو دولة فلسطين على حدود 67 اللي هي الضفة وغزة وإسرائيل جنبها وإنه الاعتراف هذا يعني دولتين ويعيشوا بسلام. شو رأيك في هذا؟
طبعا هذا الاشي انا مش ما بشوفه من وجهة نظر شخصية اشي صحيح. هي فلسطين لا تتجزأ.
From a personal point of view, this is not correct. This is not right. Palestine should not be divided.
Well, what happens if it is?
شو بصير إذا تجزأت؟ شو بصير إذا تجزأت فلسطين؟ بتقبلي؟
طبعا ما بقبل وما حدا فلسطيني بيقبل.
Of course I wouldn't, and no Palestinian would.
بصير اللي عم بيصير هلا بضل في مقاومة.
And for whatever's and for what will happen later, there will be resistance.
When they say they recognize Palestine, they mean Palestine in the 67 borders, living next to Israel in peace.
الاعتراف هذا معناه إنه فلسطين حدود 67 ضفة وغزة ونعيش جنب إسرائيل. فهذا شيء الاعتراف. فإيش رأيكم فيه؟
أنا ضد.
I'm against it.
أنا ضد.
I'm against it.
أنا ضد.
But they're recognizing that Israel and Palestine will live together in peace.
الاعتراف هذا معناه إنه فلسطين وإسرائيل رح يعيشوا جنب بعض حال دولتين بسلام. شو رأيك في هذا الإشي؟
هذا الحكي صعب. هذه الأرض بتسعش لاثنين.
This land can only.
هذه الأرض بتسعش لاثنين. يا إحنا يا هم.
This land can only have only one people, either us or them. I saw you turning your face. What do you think? He said either it's all of Palestine or none of it.
Well, yeah, there you go. Seems like we got some great peace partners. Hey, good job, Macron. Good job, Keir Starmer. Good job to all the politicians, the Australian Prime Minister, Canadian Prime Minister, Mark Carney. Great job on recognizing the state of Palestine. I'm sure, by the way, now that you know exactly where its borders are going to be, the civilian population will accept a two-state solution. I'm sure of it. You did a very good job. Standing ovation. Very good job. Because for the other 150 countries around the world that already recognize the state of Palestine, it's really done a lot. It's done a lot to quell tensions, to make a peaceful resolve. It really makes a lot of sense. Good job. Good job. Good job. I'm very proud of you. Good job. You know, you really thought outside of the box there. No, I'm sure. I mean, I'm positively sure it's a great idea. And, you know, I went with Corey, the guy who filmed that video. I've been with him to Ramallah. I've been with him to Ramle. I've interviewed Arabs with him to talk about that. I learned very quickly, there's no one to work with. There's no peace partner there. There's nobody to make peace with. There's no two-state solution. Don't believe me? Go ask Corey. He does this. He's been doing this for like 15 years. He knows better than anyone. There's no one to make peace with. There's no partner there for a two-state solution. If there really was, it would have happened a long time ago. It's going to be one state or bust. And it's either going to be us or them. They're right. In control. When it's them in control, we all die. When it's us in control, they get to choose whether they want to die or live under our rule. There's no in-between. If it's a two-state solution, we end up going to war, we win, we go back to status quo. Literally, a two-state solution is a waste of time and life. Because the second a Palestinian state arises, they have acknowledged, they said it, they all will say it, they will attack, they will muqawama. Remember the magical word, muqawama means resistance, violent resistance, they will fight it. So we end up winning that fight, and we go back to square one again. Just more people die. But who cares? Because Europeans are making these rules. They don't give a fuck if a bunch of brown people die. Who cares? Right? Right, Europe? You bunch of white colonizers. Okay, this is from Ollie London. Man crossing a London street threatened with arrest for being Jewish. You are quite openly... I think I've seen this clip.
You are quite openly Jewish. This is a pro-Palestinian march. Right. I'm not accusing you of anything, but I'm worried about the reaction to it now. You've been escorted out of this area so you can go about your business, go where you like freely, or if you choose to remain here, because you are causing a breach of peace with these other people, you will be arrested. Then we discuss this quickly. If I remain here, you will arrest me. Because your presence here is antagonising a large group of people that we can't deal with all of them. If they attack you, or if they because your presence is antagonising. Tactic.
Before you get arrested.
Watching your movement. That's right. That's right. We're all going to watch your movement and record you. Wait. No. The police ain't going to help you in this scenario. You are quite openly Jewish. This is a pro-Palestinian.
United Kingdom. You are fucking cooked. You are cooked. Sir, you're openly Jewish on the street. We're going to have to fucking arrest you, innit? Sorry. Don't wear your fucking dirty yarmulke on the street, innit? We'll have to fucking arrest you, innit? Sorry, mate. We're going to follow you, mate. We're going to fucking kill you in the street. We're going to stab your ass. We're going to fucking kill you, mate. Sir, you're antagonizing him. You're being openly Jewish in the street. You sick cunt. What's your fucking problem, mate? Sir, please take the yarmulke off. Sir, I'm just being a Jew. What do you mean? I'm just Jewish. I'm here. I'm trying to get a fucking bagel, man. I'm trying to have some gefilte fish. Sir, there will be no bagels here and there will be no gefilte fish. You understand? In it? Get out. We will escort you to the other side of the street. The other side of Oxford. You'll take the 2 back to Golders Green. You'll go home and you'll go sleep in peace in your house. You cannot be walking around the street as a Jew. I am at a loss for words. I really am at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. Ted Cruz. Let's see. Ted Cruz posts a Tucker Carlson network clip.
Bibi's running around, this is a fact, I'm not guessing about this, because I talked to people he said it to, is running around the Middle East, his region, and his own country, and telling people, point blank, just stating it, I control the United States, I control Donald Trump. He's saying that, and I dare them to say that's not true. Bibi, not the nation of Israel, not Israelis, and certainly not Jews, whatever that means, the leader, the secular prime minister of a country is doing immense harm to Donald Trump's presidency, to the United States, and to the world. This is an unbalanced person whose only real concern is for himself. He's meddling in an extensive way in American politics. He's loathed by the entire world. He needs the United States, and yet at the same time, he has this patronizing attitude toward Donald Trump, demeaning Trump to people Trump knows, separating from Bibi immediately, I think, is an essential next move. But objectively, that is absolutely necessary, and very soon, because he is hurting his own country, our country, and the world. Period. Bibi's running.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna offend people. Okay, and I'm sorry in advance. I don't mean this as a slur, but fucking Tucker, you are so gay. You are like a little gay boy. I wish I could use more colorful language. I'm not going to, but I wish I could. What are you, a fucking what are you, 6? He's using demeaning language against Donald Trump, and he's going around from one politician to Mata. What are you, a fucking child? Will you come on your stupid little podcast like, did you see what Bibi said about Trump? Evidence. Do something like what the other one does. The one that's been possessed by a demon. Well, both of you guys have been possessed by a demon, but your best friend, the one that was possessed by a demon, Crundus, Crouton Owens. Go provide an evidence. Who did he say it to? By the way, I'm not necessarily denying. I believe Bibi has a huge ego. I'm not a huge fan of him. Okay, I believe he probably has a massive ego, and I wouldn't even be shocked if he said, "But provide something, an element, a crouton of knowledge, a little ounce, so we could dip it in the oil and eat it." He's going around and he's saying he's causing damage to Donald Trump. You know what else is causing damage to Donald Trump? I don't know, a 747 from Qatar. That's probably causes an ounce of fucking fucking damage, maybe. Maybe a little bit of Qatari money that you're getting paid from, allegedly, also. Maybe that adds a little bit of sprinkle of fucking damage. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. Just a wild guess. Just a wild fucking guess, Tucker Carlson. God, we're on some other shit today. All right. Candace Owens with Godsad. I'm sure this is going to be good. I love Godsad. He's a goat. Let's take a look.
Possibility for Islam to coexist in the West. Do you think that's feasible? I'm not talking about individual Muslims who are lovely and peaceful and all of the rest of the preface stuff that we have to say before we talk about this. But what are your views on Islam?
How's it going in the UK? Those are my views. Okay, they have different views than us. Their views are that Western civilization is corrupted. And
real quick, I'm gonna retweet that. Sorry, had to retweet it. Important for everyone to see this.
Awful, and it doesn't follow their code of ethics. It doesn't work. You cannot say that you can coexist peacefully. What's happening in the UK is the greatest example. What's happening in Europe, there's a European crisis going on right now, okay? They have different ideas of what freedom is. Their idea of freedom is not freedom whatsoever. And you brought up Ayaan Hirsi, and I've followed her closely, and what she says is so important. She is someone that has defected from it and is telling you exactly what goes on. It's amazing to me that people think that somehow if you bring people that actually hate Western civilization to Western civilization, what they're just going to warm up to it and say, we'll coexist peacefully, even though everything you do sickens us.
Well, they will coexist peacefully until the demographic changes are enough that they know. Is Islam, are the central doctrines of Islam compatible with our most foundational Western values? You couldn't have a clearer answer, and it is no. Now, many Muslims might decide to ignore the endless stuff that's useless in their holy books, but when the demographic changes allow you to then implement further intrusions on the rest of us, it's going to happen, and there is 1400 years of history that suggests this.
Good luck, Europe. I don't see how Europe's going to get it back. I genuinely feel that they're done. People have asked me this question all the time, and I've looked at it and I've said, no, I think they're done. I don't see how they can get it back. I view America as the last stand for Western civilization. It's why it was so important for us to show a sign of support in Israel. They are our only allies in the Middle East, and the fact that it took us this long to take a strong stand for them is ridiculous, right? So I lived with a Muslim girl, so this is not at all an attack against peaceful Muslims. It's just a basic understanding that Islam and Western civilization are never going to be friends because they're fundamentally different ideas.
What the fuck? Was she getting paid by Bibi Netanyahu? Ladies and gentlemen, was that girl getting paid by Bibi Netanyahu? Interesting. I don't know, Candace. I don't know, Crouton Owens. Seems to me like you may have been paid by Bibi Netanyahu, maybe $150 million. I don't know. Something about that clip was a little sketchy. And she was talking to a fucking Jew, a dirty Mizrahi Jew like me. Ew. We're the ones who killed Christ. Don't forget that, right? Isn't that your whole policy? Me and Godsad, personally, we killed Jesus, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the world is a crazy place, but you want to add to the craziness? You want to get a little adrenaline rush when you leave the house? Get a White Colonizer shirt or even a mug that says White Colonizer. This one's a little bit more discreet. This is the one that most of you guys have bought. Hundreds of you have bought this mug. On the travelingclad.com, we got a new merch drop, a bunch of really cool designs. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you long time. Goodbye, Clats.
Has this ever happened to you? Hey, are you a Zionist?
What is this hesitation? You think Judah the Maccabee was hesitating when he's fighting for Israel? Here, take this. You think Queen Esther hesitated before stopping Haman from ending the Jews of Persia? Well, hey Habibi, you think Herzl thought he was a white colonizer as he Zionized the Jews of Europa? Listen, kid, I don't care if you're a Muslim, a Jew, or a Christian. You're a Zionist, right? Yeah. Well, a good Zionist goes to the travelingclad.com and buys some provocative merchandise. They do? Absolutely, a pinch of I have some incredible designs for you, Yeled. They say everything promised to you 3,000 years ago. Here, take a shirt with a matching hat. For you, good price. They say they kick you from 109 countries. Here, join the 109 club. Take shirt and matching hat. For you, good price.
Habibi, you want to Zionize? Here, take shirt, matching hat. You like Kuba Select shel Safta? Here, take shirt, matching hat. Take sticker, take hoodie. Take, good price, good price, good price, good price. Yossi, achi, he understand you, stop! A good Zionist goes to thetravelingclad.com and buys merch. Yalla, Habibi, for you, good price.
If you don't want to buy any merchandise, the best way to support me is by donating on Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, or becoming a member on my Patreon. Your support is very much needed and very much appreciated. Thank you.